take a flying leap on a seatless bicycle. You know what, I've been bouncing all over the office trying to position the camera where I want to film from. It's like, just turn the thing on and just get going. I'm so excited to have the opportunity to be talking to you guys. Welcome to our Sunday edition of Coffee with Conti right here on the Corvette vlog. I don't care if you've got hot chocolate tea, but I actually have coffee in here. But it's great to have everybody here that just looks forward to this particular episode. We do vlogs throughout the week, but for some reason you guys really look forward to, maybe it's just your personal schedule, look forward to seeing this vlog every Sunday. And that's the other thing, and people think, well, wait a minute, I thought this vlog was going to be live. We intended to make this live, and this is me still learning the YouTube and how to connect and reach you guys at the right time. So my vlogs throughout the week, they'll just go up whenever. But our Sunday gig, I always try to do that looking at the analytics of YouTube and how you watch, is between 6 and 8 o'clock is always the goal. I'm working on trying to keep that consistent for you guys. I always run into some production issues. Maybe Ricky just on the couch sleeping, but whatever the case may be, that's the goal, is get it up between 6 and 8. So I see there's a large viewership in that block every Sunday. So I thought, you know what? Why not just do a live video? And then I get all these text messages, a couple phone calls, lots of emails. They say, hey, I'm on the West Coast. Love you, Rick, but I'm not getting up no 4 o'clock in the morning. Other people, I don't know about that early in the morning. So maybe you just didn't want to talk to me while you're in your jammies. You know what? I think it's really cool that so many people do tune in for this show. Puts a little pressure on me sometimes, though. As I'm busy throughout the week, I'm thinking about, all right, what are we going to talk about this Sunday on the vlog? And I'm like, forget the pressure. I want it to be informative, I want it to be entertaining, but I just want to be me. So a lot of you tune into this channel, you're like, finally we've got a channel that connects me not just with the customer, but the community of Corvette. And it all comes via way of a guy that's been selling this car for over 20 years. All right, a preview of today's show. I'm going to give you the first heard anywhere, updated production information on the 2019 ZR1. And this also gives us a hint on where GM is going with the 2019 production overall for Corvette. It's something that we've actually talked about and alluded to on this channel several months ago, and I think it's starting to play out now right before our very eyes. I'm also going to talk about where we're going to be filming next week on this vlog for a future Sunday Coffee with Conti. I also have a couple of quick stories for you guys. It's a little off topic, but it's not going to be like last weekend story time, all right? And today we're going to have another delivery clip to share with you folks, but when he came here to pick up his new Corvette, unfortunately there's one dream he was not able to fulfill. So yes, multiple things to talk about as always on today's show. Welcome to my Corvette vlog. Before we get rolling with all that, let me just go back a little bit. We did a follow-up video to my April Fool's joke, but one more follow-up and just one more thank you to so many of you that cared. That, I mean, it was nothing, new as far as idea, anything like that, but so many of you were impacted by me saying I was not only leaving YouTube, but I was quitting the Corvette industry, and knowing how much you guys cared really said, you know what, we do have a connection. And I've been doing this so long. A lot of you guys say, hey, you're not going anywhere. You're right. I love you guys. I love what we do. I love this car. And I've got a lot of things that I want to do yet that I haven't, that I think that you'll enjoy. So I'm looking forward to sharing that with you guys. But just the reactions from so many people was bizarre. Even when I told you in your face, even when I told you in your face it was a joke, you still didn't believe it. I'm going to share a quick clip with you. One of our customers here in Columbus, Jim, stopped by and he was upset. He's like, wow, I just want to come by and wish you well and make sure everything's okay and wonder where you're going. And I'm going about my day like I normally do. And I looked over and I go, what are you talking about? Oh, you talking about the April Fool's thing? I said, oh no, man, that was a joke. And I'm going about my day. And he goes, no, really, where you're going? I said, so check. Here we talked after that happened, and I realized he still wasn't getting it. Hey, now, didn't I just tell you guys in a recent video that the April Fool's thing was a joke? Here's what's funny. I just told him. Hey, he didn't watch the whole video like a lot of you guys didn't, so you guys, you took the bait. I just sat here in my office. I'm editing another video that you guys have probably already seen, so thanks for watching that. And I told Jim, oh, no, that was just a joke. And then 30 seconds later, he goes, no, seriously, man, I know you've had some health issues. He goes, are you really leaving the industry? I want to make sure you're okay. It's like, no, dude, I just told you it's a joke. He goes, He goes, that was an April Fool's joke?
Good line and sinker.
I hooked you on both sides of the mouth.
Absolutely.
We love you, Jimmy. Thank you so much, buddy.
Thank
and
you.
That is, put your head down, man. That is, look at that freaking cool hat. Oh my gosh. Dude, that is awesome. You know what? I've got this pin, the 50th anniversary guitar thingy.
Yep.
Oh, that is fantastic. That was fun. I didn't mean to make fun of you, but it's funny how I just told you it's a joke, and you still was like, wait a minute, it really was a joke? It really is. Oh, my gosh.
You seem to break up at the end of the little tease.
Well, it's like I was trying.
Took it seriously.
I didn't sell it like I wanted to. I really could have been more emotional, as I've been seriously on this channel. So a lot of people anticipated that. But it's like, I was just trying to be serious, but not too serious, and just get the message across. Someone else is coming, and then when I faded to the pictures, little memories. Oh, this is so nice of Ricky. Oh, look at Ricky in the Superman costume, man. I'm gonna miss him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bam! I got you all, man. That's cool. I got most of you guys. Some of you guys said, "Come on, man. We know Rick. He's too goofy. This is not for real." But it was funny. I had to share that because it still lingers on, and I know that as we go into season, I go to shows that people are going to say, "Hey, you really got me on that April Fool's thing, man."
Took me completely.
No, that's good. Well, I'm glad you care too that I was going to be here.
Thanks.
And it's not like it's an original idea. A lot of people have done that. Oh, they quit on YouTube and all this kind of stuff. But I'm working on something for next year. Yeah, I'm always working on something, aren't I?
Super.
Yeah, you're a great guy, man. It's good to
Thank
see
you,
you.
Rick.
All right. I had to share that with you guys real quick because you guys crack me up, man. I'll tell you what, guys, and I say guys in a general term, I'm meaning you too, ladies. You care so much, and your support is just absolutely awesome. So thank you for that. And that also goes to what I'm just kind of nice little segue right into what I want to talk about today, where we're going to be next Sunday filming for a future vlog right here on this channel. And your support as far as like referring people to me. I mean, some of you know what I mean? I'm real cautious on who I refer here and there because it becomes a reflection of yourself. And not all the time we're able to put those deals together. It could be availability, it could be allocation issues, if you want something that's tough to get, something that doesn't exist anymore, but you thought about me, and that really meant a lot. So all of you that referred someone to me, again, I thank you so very much. I also thank Mark Thomas. You guys know who Mark is. He is a true Corvette nut. He referred a gentleman to me, Kyler, who bought a black Z06. Actually, Kyler was just out to dinner last night, and he goes, "Hey, look what parked next to me." So a few months later, Kyler refers one of his relatives, Ty, who bought a brand new Grand Sport from us. But here's the thing, guys, we're all connected by this car, Corvette. But more importantly, it's all about people. So that's what I want to do, is return the referral favor back to Kyler and kind of do that in future vlogs. It's not always just share the deliveries, talk about the product, or talk about future marketplace, but talk about you guys that own the Corvette and what you're doing in your personal lives. So next week we'll be filming from Kyler's Pizza Shop. You can find him on Facebook at Super Sports Pizza and Wings, home of the Bobfather. I'll put the address up on the screen. It's 275 North Glen Avenue, Suite B. Okay, see all that stuff up there. Okay, so that's where we're going to be next Sunday, filming and sampling pizzas, subs, wings. Yeah, it may be early in the morning when you're catching this, but you know what? You're like, I can go for a nice little chicken wing right now. Hopefully you get a chance to join us, because that was more Kyler's idea. I said, here, man, I just want to return the favor and promote your business. So I'm going to come down there and film what you're doing as a Corvette owner and get some people to come to your shop. He says, hey, why don't I do this? Was great. He goes, why don't I do this? Why don't I invite some of the Corvette Club members? I'm like, yeah, man, that's great. So weather permitting, you may or may not show up and bring your Corvette. If you do, those of you that show up will have a little signing and raffling off of some Corvette Conti YouTube mugs. So hopefully you get a chance to join us again at the address that's been up on the screen at Kyler's Super Sports Pizza and Wings, home of the Bobfather, Washington Courthouse, next weekend. So we'll be next weekend filming, and it'll air right here on the Sunday Coffee with Conti on April 21st. You know what? I think that'll be different. I think it'll be a lot of fun, whether you're a Corvette Club member or not. You say, I like pizza. Good, then come join us. I would love to have you guys there. Before we get into the other topics I talked about and some important news on 2019 ZR1 Corvette, a couple quick stories for you. I remember being a kid in the late 70s, early 80s, late night TV, watching The Ghoul. Now, The Ghoul, he was from the Cleveland area, but he was huge in Detroit.
I mean, I'm from Cleveland, and the show originated in Cleveland, but Detroit's been, like the sixth psychotic capital of ghoul power land.
My buddy Pete and I were talking this week, and he let me know that the Ghoul passed. I missed that in the news. He was 70 years old, and it made me think about when, I don't know, I think I was 12 years old. It was late 70s. I had an opportunity to meet him, and I still, to this day, I had it, and of course, you lose it in moving and that kind of stuff, but I still remember the autograph that he wrote to me. I wish I had a picture with him. He wrote, to Rick, take a flying leap on a seatless bicycle. He was crazy. He was ahead of his time. He was out of the box. The Ghoul, rest in peace, man. So when I was talking to Pete, we talked about other famous people that we met, and I reflected back on the time when I was in radio, back in the Toledo area. They had kind of a media celebrity day at the Lucas County Rec Center. TV, radio personalities, that kind of thing. And I got to hit a ball off Cleveland Hall of Fame pitcher Bob Feller. Let me tell you this, back in the mid-'80s, Bob still had it. That first pitch he threw me, I never saw a ball dance so much in my life. He didn't even come close. Whiff. Later on, though, he actually started throwing kind of fast, like poof, and I'm like, wait a minute, I thought this was a celebrity game. You throw me a little softball, what's going on? So I backed up in that batter's box a little bit. Here comes the next one. Had a little mustard on it, and I smoked it. It was a one-hopper off the center field wall. Later on, we got a chance to meet Bob, and he did autograph a ball to me. I wish I would have found it so I could share it with you on the vlog, but I still remember what he wrote. He said, to Rick, a real slugger. And I said, yeah, right. I said, I whiffed at that first one. It was so nice to meet him. Years later, when I'm in the car business, Drug Mart was a big sponsor of the Cleveland Indians. So across the street was a Drug Mart at the dealership I was at the time. And there's Bob Feller. So I stood in line for over 40 minutes to see him again, not to get another autograph. As I come up to him, he's like, oh, do you have something you want me to sign? I said, no, Bob. I said, I saw you were here. I wanted to come over and just shake your hand. Hope you're doing well. Just happy to see you. I said, you may not remember this. There was that celebrity game in Toledo, and I hit a ball off you, and you wrote to Rick, a real slugger. And he kind of looked at me for a second. He goes, I remember that. And I'm like, you remember that? I'm like, oh my gosh. Shook his hand. I said, hey, it's great to see you. And I know these people are waiting in line for autographs. So I heard, but I was just so happy to see him. What a great moment to hit a ball off of Bob Feller. Wow. Well, yeah, we're going to talk about ZR1 and breaking news on 2019 Corvette production. I got to be sitting out here by a ZR1. So if you remember, when ZR1 allocations were first released and we found out production was going to begin in March, that was March of last year. Well, March has just ended and the distribution information kept saying March to March. It was like, what's going on? We're trying to speculate that, maybe the C8 would come out and it was going to be an early start and that kind of thing. Maybe 2019 production was over in March. That's not the case. Now that March of 2019 is past, so are all the initial ZR1 orders. Those have been fulfilled. But here's the thing, there's going to be another wave of ZR1s. We don't know how many. We'll be contacted from Chevrolet on how many more we're going to get. It's going to be production through July. It's funny, we talked about a possible extended build of 2019 Corvettes, and clearly that looks like it's the case. Now, how much further beyond July, we don't know yet. But knowing that they're going to build 19s into July, lets us know that, yeah, we're kind of on the right track, and yes, maybe this is all going to unfold, that we're going to see maybe production into August, September, and then you're going to see ordering start in the fall for C8. That means when's the announcement of C8? But more importantly, we're going to have more ZR1s coming available. If you're interested in ZR1, let me know. I got a lot of order requests in regular Corvette to get to yet, but for those of you guys interested in ZR1, we told you I'm going to submit the order without a deposit unless the allocation gets pulled. Got a few guys ahead of you right now, but we're going to take as many as we can in hopes that we're going to get that. I think that's the only way to really approach this right now and just be upfront and forthcoming, because we don't know. Maybe Jim's going to give us another letter and say, hey, you're going to get this many, and it'll make it a lot easier to go forward. If that's the case, I'll let you guys know. Now, I don't know how long ago it was, but we talked about this very situation of an extended build of 2019 C7 Corvettes. We still don't know if they're going to be built simultaneously. I don't think that's going to happen. I think when it's over, it's over. We even got other dealers out there talking about, hey, order your car now. We've been talking about that for 6, 7, 8 months. Order your car before some of the certain colors, options, etc. aren't available, because that's going to happen. And when it happens, it's going to happen like that. So if you're looking to order a 2019 Corvette, as of right now, watching this vlog in real time, there are no constraints. I'm happy to be as flexible as I can and make the situation that you want, a specific car, actually happen for you. So with this new production information, I guess there's one conclusion I can draw, is that General Motors, yes, they're trying to build cars, but they're trying not to have another 1983 Corvette situation where there were no Corvettes for sale. I apologize, guys. Here I am talking about ZR1 and 2019 Corvettes, and I didn't start this and give you a ZR1 exhaust note when I'm filming right now at 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, let's fire this bad boy up. speaking of selling Corvettes, just recently I had the opportunity to work with Ron and Jill from Florida. They came up here to pick up a brand new Grand Sport, and he had a dream of what he wanted to do in that Grand Sport. But he's going to tell you why he wasn't able to fulfill it. You guys ready?
We're ready.
So we're going to be doing some vlogging, so like everyone will be quiet. Hey, I tell you guys, anytime I get a chance to put you on the vlog and share your story when you're here picking up a Corvette, sharing your history that you've had with Corvette, you guys watching the channel, you always tell me that. They're like, hey Rick, I'm glad that you asked that guy how many Corvettes he's had and what Corvettes he's had. I think that's interesting, it's intriguing. We love just watching that kind of stuff. So we have from Florida, and I told you that we were gonna have a neat little story to share with you, but unfortunately the weather's not cooperating, but I'm gonna let him tell the story. One of his dreams that he wanted to do. And I'm just excited to know that he's gonna be doing that in a Corvette. We got Ron and Jill here from Florida. That's cool. Now, we have a lot of people sometimes who will say, hey, I'm going to trade a car. You know, can I ship it and that kind of stuff. So here, they've got a trade. They drove it up from Florida. They got a beautiful new Grand Sport. Look at this bad boy. Black wheels, too. And clearly, no offense, you're over 50.
I am.
And you picked the black wheels.
Yeah, yeah.
That's always the thing with you guys. Hey, if you're over 50, yeah, we're going to do chrome wheels. And if you're under 50, you like the black wheels. Ron said, screw it, I want the black wheels.
Exactly.
That's
First
right.
time.
Good for you, man. First time. That's
First
fantastic.
time for black wheels.
Oh, welcome.
But
It's good.
7.
Hi, Jill.
Hi.
How you doing? I'm excited for you guys. Now, one of the things you told me I thought was pretty neat, I'm bummed that you're not doing it. I hope you still do it. And you were going to travel out to, was it Wyoming, I think?
Wyoming, Montana, Idaho. Want to go to Yellowstone.
Just see that part of the country.
I've never been out there. Well, I've been to Wyoming, but I haven't seen Yellowstone.
Yeah.
And never been to Montana. And it just...
And you were to do it in the Corvette. That's what I think was
gonna
pretty
do it in the
neat.
Corvette. Well,
And we still are.
Yeah.
we still are.
will. It
But
just-
when I looked at the temperatures in Wyoming just the
Yeah.
other day, at 25 degrees, I said, nah, I'm not going to, I can't handle the cold anymore. That's
you-
why I live in Florida.
Well, you guys, yeah, I know, I hate the cold too. Don't go anywhere. So you guys don't think that you can travel on a Corvette? Look at this. Look at that, they got that sucker packed up, man. Even the pillows back there, I love it.
And there's still room.
And there's still room. That's exactly right. I love it that you guys do that. That's neat. So yes, you're not going to be able to take that journey now, but I hope that you do that. The one thing you didn't do in your 16 Stingray that we talked about as well, you're going to try to do, and I hope you do, because Jill will have a blast with that too, is the beautiful facility and doing the Ron Fellows School, Spring Mountain in Nevada. I hope you get an opportunity to do that. I really do.
I'm feeling better now, and I'll probably think about seriously doing this in May or June. Even if it's hot out there in June,
Yes.
I'll do it just to do it.
Most of the time you drive around about 100 miles an hour with the air on.
Right, exactly. Now, whether I would drive this car
To
out
there?
to there,
Right.
and put that together with the trip that our dream trip,
Good idea.
I don't know. We'll have
Right.
to think about that.
Here's the other thing you got excited too. When we were talking about the Ron Fellows School, I said, and you use their cars and burn up their tires. He goes, yeah, their cars, their tires.
Definitely, because I'm not going to flog this beast like
No.
theirs.
Well, and I tell people many times over, that's a great thrill, but it's a great education as well.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're going to have a blast. Now you've had several Corvettes. I think you said this is number 7.
This
is that
is
right?
number 7.
What else have you had?
My first one was a 72 LT1.
Oh wow.
I wish I still had it.
Wow.
It
Yes.
was a 4-speed.
Oh my
I
gosh.
had that for quite a few years.
What color?
It was teal blue originally, and then I liked yellow.
Okay.
So I had it stripped and painted yellow.
Good for you.
And I used to work on that myself because it was pretty simple to do.
Right.
And I didn't drive the wheels off of it, but I kept that. And then when my 2 older kids started to get their licenses, I thought maybe this could be a problem. So unfortunately, I sold it. But I wish, of all the cars I've had, that's the only one that I really wish I had. Then I went to an 85,
Okay.
and then I went to a 94, and then I went to an 02, and an 08 C7, and now the Grand Sport.
Oh, good for you.
So
Good for you. I'm excited.
I've been a Corvette lover since I was about 15.
Oh,
Because
wow.
I grew up. Jill is from Detroit.
Oh, okay.
I grew up in the east side of Detroit, in the suburbs of Detroit.
I grew up in southeastern Michigan as well.
Oh, did you?
How about that? Downriver, yes. My grandparents used to have a meat shop in Lincoln Park right there on 4th Street, about 2 blocks from the Detroit city limits.
Get out.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I grew up in Grosse Pointe. She was up on the east side of Detroit.
Yeah. How about that?
And we used to, when I was about 15, we're riding our bicycles. We'd go down to the local Chevrolet dealership on Jefferson and Alter Road, and we'd go look at the cars when they came out. When the cars came out in January for that year, or whenever it was.
I've talked about that before. Remember back then, those days, that when the new car came out, that was the big thing. Let's go to the dealership and see the new cars. The new model year cars are out. Some places used to actually have reveals and wine and cheese parties and all that kind of stuff. They just don't do that anymore, man. It's crazy.
And then I fast forward, I'm about 17, and we go to a party, and one of the guys at the party's brother loaned one of the party goers his 58 blue 4-speed Corvette.
Oh my gosh.
And I got a ride in that one, up and down Lakeshore Drive.
Oh yeah.
And right then and there, that was it. And then her cousin got a 62, and I drove that, and I said,
Corvette's been a part of your life.
I actually cashed in an insurance policy to be able to buy this 72.
You never told me that.
But I'd like to go on record as saying I've been blessed to be able to have you for this deal that we made.
Thank you.
You're
That's
honest.
very kind. Thank you.
Your videos are terrific. That's how
Thanks.
I found you in the first place.
Oh, how about that?
Through your videos.
Good. I'm glad that you're on one right now. How about that?
And I just said, well, I've got to call him and see if we can work out a deal, because your inventory is very good.
Thank you.
And so I appreciate everything you've done. You've been very, very helpful.
Thanks.
Very helpful.
Well, it's great to work with you as well.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Now you watch the video, so you know before you get out of here. Does she know that we pat you on the rear before you go?
Oh yeah. No,
the rear of the car.
She doesn't know that.
She's like, what are you talking about?
That doesn't bother me.
And of course, when we did all the setup inside the car, I had the exhaust port. Now it's idling a little bit, so she's simmered down just a bit, but I have the performance exhaust open for him. I said, hey, I'm gonna keep that open for you. Ron just has a big old smile on his face. But here's why he really wanted it open. This is his trade-in over here. And he has Corsa on the trade-in. Now Chevy, let me just tell you this. I love your performance exhaust. I love how it's designed, that it can be open. It doesn't drone back inside the cabin. But in a perfect world, if I had to choose, I would put Corsa Sport on every single car. Maybe a couple of them I would do Extreme. So there's what the customers look like when they're inside the car talking to OnStar. You know, it's just like an amusement park ride. All right, kids, keep your hands inside the ride till she comes to a complete stop. And thank you for riding Coughlin Corvette. Look at this guy's still a gentleman, and he's opening up. Wait a minute, did you guys just see that? He just opened his wife's door. Come on. Yes, I love that. That was great. What a gentleman. I love it.
I didn't do that for the camera either.
No, I know you didn't. I saw you earlier doing that. That's why I wanted to say something. I thought that was pretty neat. And, hey, thanks again, man.
All right, Rick, thank you.
Congratulations.
Take care.
What a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you.
Thanks
It was
for
all
the
mine.
business. Oh, it was wonderful.
Stay healthy.
All right. You too, sir. Thanks again, Ron. Have fun, man.
Thank you, Rick. You too.
Gotta get that first start up. Always sounds really good. There you go. Yeah. Congratulations, Ron and Jill from Florida. Little send off pat. What a pleasure to meet you guys. Thank you so much. Have a safe trip.
Take care. Thank
You too, sir.
Will do.
Now, you know what's funny? Sometimes I'm doing this vlog and I'm talking to you guys, but I actually can read your minds. So if I say something, I can imagine you talking back to the screen. Hey, when you probably said, when I talked about the Corsa exhaust being on his trade-in, hey, dummy, why don't you start it up so we can hear it? All right, so you just heard the Grand Sport. Let's hear a Stingray with the Corsa Sport exhaust. Now, weren't they awesome? Ron and Jill, congratulations once again. I really appreciate the business opportunity. Hope you guys enjoyed today's upload on our Sunday Coffee with Conti. Later in the week, I'm going to do a video talking about these Corvette key fobs. Which one's number 1? Which one's number 2? We'll talk about that. And don't forget, we're filming next Sunday in Washington Courthouse at Kyler's Super Sports Pizza and Wings. Join us at noon. Just whether you have a Corvette or not. You like pizza, come on down. Have an opportunity to win a Corvette coffee mug. And of course, subs, wings, and pizza. Now, in my situation, I got to watch my carbs. Okay, they say you have a cheat day. Okay. Cheat day next Sunday at Kyler's Super Sports Pizza and Wings in Washington Courthouse. I hope you have an opportunity to join us. If not, we'll share it with you on the vlog right here coming up on April 21st. But this coming Sunday, we start filming at noon. Guys, I can't say it enough. I really appreciate your support. If you're new to this channel, I hope you subscribe. If you want to be connected to the car and to the community, this is your Corvette channel. Thank you again. Thumbs up this video. Leave a comment down below. I always love hearing from you guys, and I do appreciate you taking the time to watch. See you soon.